Alright then, FIFA 20 Future Stars. This is a promo that has just dropped in the game, and it's basically where you see the brightest young and upcoming talents in world football getting their own specially boosted FIFA 20 card. It's a promo in Ultimate Team, and it seems like everyone's pretty hyped for it, so why not? Let's go ahead and make a video on it. They're basically getting career mode and implementing it into Ultimate Team. EA, we see right through you. Come on, guys. It's pretty obvious that they see the potential in career mode, and they want to implement it into Ultimate Team somehow, and this is their way of doing it. Fair play. It's been a thing for 2 years running now, and the first team has just dropped with all their specially boosted stats and upgrades. Nevertheless, in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the first Future Stars team that has dropped. That's right, the first one, because there is going to be a second one next week. I mean, I'm pretty keen. I'm pretty hyped for the whole thing due to the fact that WONDERKIDS are my specialty. I am obviously a massive career mode fan, so this is right up my alley. So in today's video, we're going to be taking this team that you're seeing right in front of you, boosting their stats, boosting their overall, placing them into career mode to see how they'll do over the course of maybe 1 or 2 seasons. How much silverware could they win? And could they even go invincible in the Premier League or just as a season in a whole? Because they are just absolutely brilliant cards. And in career mode, you all know they're going to be absolutely out of this world. A quick shout out to today's video sponsor, it is OneFootball. If you're looking for the latest transfer rumors, news, videos, and everything the footballing world has to offer, make sure to check it out. The app is completely free and it's available both on iOS and Android. You can track your favorite WonderKids, competitions, teams, stats, and much more. The download link is in the description. It's a must-have app for every football fanatic. So starting up top, obviously, we got Greenwood and João Felix. They were going to be bang-on players that were obviously going to be in this squad. In there, we have the likes of Gabriel Martinelli as well. He is another young, promising talent. And on the other hand side, we have another Brazilian. It will be Rodrigo. Probably my favorite card overall, Sandro Tonali. I mean, we have him in our Brescia career mode. If you've been watching that on the channel, he hasn't even got up to 91 yet. He's probably about an 89 and 90. And this card is absolutely out of this world. That is going to be one to watch for sure. We got Mason Mount in there as well, the Englishman from Chelsea, and then Dominguez. We have our 2 Brescia legends from our career mode. If you've watched the series, you'd know he's an engine in midfield, and I cannot even imagine how all these boosted stats would affect his card. He is already an absolute gun. He's probably one of the most underrated players in FIFA 20, especially career mode, due to the fact of his potential, but he, like I said, is just an absolute engine, a workhorse in midfield. We've gone with the back 3 considering there isn't really many wing backs or that many center backs even. There is Kamara from Marseille. We have Kabak, which is quite a surprising addition. I really didn't expect him to be in the first team. And then we also have Max Aarons at right back, playing as a center back, I know. And then, you know, what really took me off guard, there's no goalkeeper in this squad whatsoever. So I guess they're saving that for the second team that is dropping next week. So if you want to see some more Ultimate Team promo, career mode crossovers, which we've delved into in the past with Team of the Year and Halloween cards, make sure to like the video down below, hit subscribe, turn on those notifications. We are so close to 50,000 subscribers. And also comment down below, who is your favorite future star and who do you think got snubbed of being in the first team? As always, there is the second team coming out. We have Moise Kean on the bench, Martinez, the Argentinian from Ajax, Moussa Dembele from Lyon, another surprise contender that was included in this squad. And then, yeah, a few wild cards in here, such as Moussa Diaby and Emerson. Like I said, the players that really caught me off guard were definitely these 3. And, of course, Kabak, which is, I get, it's not a bad thing. It was just, I wasn't expecting them to be in this Future Stars squad. As we've taken a glance at all the Future Stars in one team at their full potential, we're going to cross over into career mode to see how they'll do in a simulated season. Man, some of these cards are worth absolute P. Oof, Tonali as well, 1.5 million coins. Well, I mean, thankfully we have career mode, because getting a hold of one of those players is going to be absolutely expensive. You're going to be paying an arm and a leg for them. And here they are in all their glory, the Future Stars Team 1 in career mode. Due to the fact that we had to change a few things around, we had to include a goalkeeper, and we've gone for Alex Meret, and I probably believe he's going to be in the second team that's dropping next week. You're going to have to wait and see, but that's my pick for the Future Stars team. And this is how they're lining up. Things stay the same with Greenwood and Felix. Felix up top. Obviously, the Brazilians on the wing, Martinelli and Rodrigo. We also have Tonali and Martin Odegaard in midfield. At the back is, of course, Kabak and Kamara. And then Dominguez, he can't play at right back, so we've included him in there. And at left back, we're going to play Emerson out of position. Lunin will be the backup goalkeeper, but for now, this team is looking absolutely fire. However, stick around to the end of the video. We're going to be playing a massive cup final with the future stars to see how they perform in game. Are they worth it? And do they live up to the stats on their cards? As in today's video, the future stars squad are going to be put to the test with the future stars career mode challenge. And make sure to leave a comment down below. How far do you think this team can go? How will the future stars perform in career mode? What silverware could they win? And are we going to stay in a job here? Let's find out. But this is going to be an exciting one. And also leave your predictions down below. Who do you think will make the future stars team 2? They've included some of the obvious choices, the obvious wonder kids at the start. However, there's still some players that could be included in the second team. I'm thinking more the likes of Vinicius Jr., maybe even Kai Havertz as well. There are so many players that can qualify for the second team, and I'm probably going to make a video on them as well, so stay tuned. Now, I did say before we got this underway, could they go undefeated or even win the Premier League? And they were so close. Only one game they lost throughout the whole season. However, they finished on 105 points, beating out Liverpool and Manchester City. That is absolutely class. The future stars at full potential, tearing the Premier League to shreds. You love to see it. We'll take a look at the FA Cup, and they took it out against Liverpool, who finished in second as well, 2-1. And they edged it in the final at Wembley, so they got the domestic double. Let's take a look at the Carabao Cup. They didn't win that though, so no domestic treble. It was Liverpool to get their revenge. 2-1. Eliminated in the quarterfinals, but we'll take a look at the Europa League, and they did win the Europa League there, 2-0. I did completely forget that Wolves were in Europe. I honestly didn't pick them for any reason whatsoever. Just decided they were a decent team to have, and they seem to have smashed it. We'll take a look at the top goal scorers list. We have Joao Felix with 26 goals in 35 matches. We also have Mason Greenwood in there with 24 goals. Anyone else in the top goal scorers? Tonali from midfield, 11 goals for him. And Moussa Diaby off the bench doing quite well with 10 goals. No golden boot winner as of yet. However, Tonali, Diaby, and Felix all get in the assist charts. And in terms of clean sheets, it's our boy Alex Meret with 20. He gets the golden glove, and the future star seems to be breaking expectations. So in all competitions, these were our best performers, one game away from being invincible. Nevertheless, it is Joao Felix with 63 appearances, 51 goals, and 15 assists. I mean, I expected a lot from these wonder kids at full potential, but they have absolutely smashed it beyond belief. 40 goals and 13 assists for Mason Greenwood, Manchester United's young Red Devil. And we also have Moussa Diaby, probably one of our surprise packages. I was surprised he was included in the future star squad, and he smashed it off the bench with 64 appearances, 21 goals and 21 assists. Perfectly balanced, like all things should be. And then we have Moise Kean, another Italian stallion in this squad with 17 goals and 1 assist off the bench. Sandro Tonali, oh my goodness gracious me, our midfield general, 16 goals and 24 assists for the 20-year-old. And then Gabriel Martinelli with probably one of the more disappointing seasons. Everyone seems to be getting hyped around this guy, including Arsenal fans obviously, but only 10 goals and 3 assists. Also Rodrigo, the two Brazilians, falling under expectations. That is unlike them. As we move down to Moussa Dembele off the bench, 6 goals and 2 assists. Boubacar Kamara also in there with 5 and 1. And Nicolas Dominguez, I mean, he is beasting and feasting for us at Brescia. However, he only got 5 goals and 5 assists. Max Aarons with 3 goals and 5. Lisandro Martinez also with 3 goals and 2. And then Mason Mount, not doing all too well in the Premier League with only 3 goals and 3. But hey, there can only be so many top performers. Some players are going to fall under the mark, just like Martin Odegaard in there with 2 goals and 3 assists. And then we have Meret with 24 clean sheets. And that's the future stars' first season over. However, now, let's go ahead and see how they'll do in the Champions League. Can they be invincible in Season 2? And can they go ahead and take out Europe's top European prize? Their stats have boosted and increased even further now, so I'm expecting the lot, maybe even the treble. Well then, Season 2 is done and dusted, and the reason why I'm starting off at the bottom is because I haven't seen the results. So let's see. Did they do it? They're in the top 2. They've won the league. Did they go invincible? And they did with 108 points, beating out their tally last season. That is absolutely insane, with only 3 draws in there as well. 108 points, and Liverpool right behind us with 100. It was always going to be a 3-horse race, but the Future Stars, full potential Wonder Kids, come through. Let's see if they did it in the Community Shield. No, they lost 5-4 on penalties to Liverpool, so that rivalry is still strong. And then in the FA Cup, they do have a match up against Manchester City, so we will be simulating that in the Carabao Cup. We also did take it out against Man City, so maybe they're after a bit of revenge at Wembley. We're gonna have to wait and see, but it's another trophy taken by the lads in the UEFA Super Cup. They beat Barcelona 4-1. I mean, the winners of the Europa League are surely the underdogs in this one, but no, the Future Stars had enough and had their say. In the Champions League now, they went undefeated with Lazio, Galatasaray and Moscow in their group, 6 out of 6. And then in the round of 16, they did face Inter, only winning 3-1 on aggregate. Interesting stuff there. And against Piemonte Calcio, they did win 5-2 on aggregate, disposing of the Italian champions. And against Real Madrid, they absolutely destroyed them, 5-0 on aggregate. And then they're going to face Barcelona. So it's a UEFA Super Cup replay in the Champions League final, 2 seasons in, and the Future Stars are raring to go. I mean, honestly, you really couldn't put it past them. With those stats, with those numbers in career mode, that is just a recipe for success. They're definitely an unstoppable force, and today they're up against Manchester City at Wembley. Can they do it? It's the Manchester United boy, Mason Greenwood. 5-1 absolute dominance. Sandro Tonali, Odegaard, Joao Felix with a double, and then Greenwood to score against Man City. Raheem Sterling's goal was all but a consolation. So the Future Stars have achieved a domestic treble, but I think the quadruple is on the cards now. We're going to take one final look at the team to see how they performed throughout the season and what they're finishing up on in terms of stats. It is our top goal scorer from Season 1, Joao Felix, with 44 goals and 17 assists. It seems like the goals and assists were equally spread out amongst the players. We have Mason Greenwood with 31 goals and 13 assists. That is a whopping 44 goal contributions, and Moise Kean added again off the bench, 27 goals. Moussa Diaby, who was kind of our hidden gem, our diamond in the rough. We didn't really expect him to do all too much, but he's been an absolutely brilliant player for this Future Stars team in career mode. We have Sandro Tonali, 15 goals and 29 assists, so he is a playmaker, a deep-lying playmaker at that. And it's Rodrigo again. They're increasing in terms of stats and overall. However, the performances don't equate to that. The Brazilian, again, with another disappointing season. Boubacar Kamara, 6 goals and 2 assists from centre-back, and then Mason Mount off the bench with 6 goals and 1. We have Kabak from centre-back as well. We have goal-scoring centre-backs, which is good. Nicolas Dominguez with 5 goals and 12 assists, and then Gabriel Martinelli. Say it's another disappointing season for the young Brazilian, only 5 goals and 1 assist in 16 appearances. And then Martin Odegaard, who hasn't done all too much throughout this simulation. And again, we have Alex Meret, another possible future star you could see in the next week or so. 43 clean sheets in 62 appearances. As the Future Stars continued to grow and develop throughout this simulation, they took their potential and limits to new heights, and we're going to be taking on Barcelona in this Champions League final. I think it was good to see the Future Stars return for FIFA 20 after they released them in FIFA 19. They followed it up with a brilliant promo consisting of 2 squads, and now that they're in career mode, they get the chance to win the Champions League. Only things that are possible in career mode. You love to see it. Sandro Tonali obviously leading out the line. I think you can all guess who my favorite Future Stars Wonder Kid is, so let me know down below who is yours. I think it's going to be an absolute blast using these players at full potential. They've even gone further than that, so we should be feeling ever so powerful right now at the San Siro. Let's get it underway against Barca. And also, let me know down below, what should we be doing with the Future Stars team too? If you guys want to see that, should we put them into career mode again? Should we try a little experiment with them? Let me know down in the comments. I was a bit indifferent last year when they introduced Future Stars. I felt like a bit of a dagger in the chest as a career mode fan, but this year, I don't know, I'm feeling a bit hyped for it. I just feel like I have the world at my fingertips right now with this squad. I just feel so powerful. Can he get it on his left foot? He will. He's got the 5-star weak foot, but it doesn't matter. Ter Stegen gets a hand to it as Joao Felix wins the ball back. Can Rodrigo make a nice little run? The Brazilian at the back post will be Mason Greenwood. And just like magic, it's the Englishman from Manchester United. He is their bright star this season, and he's literally the definition of a future star. He turns the camera around. Take a look at him, because he is going to be an absolute baller. He is developing into an absolute freak right now. And in this career mode, he is 95 rated. And the header in the right place at the right time. The fox in the box gets out first. So the Future Star squad at full potential. They're playing like Ballon d'Or winners, I should say. Joao Felix Over to Tonali, who might unleash a strike. Sandro Tonali, it is 2, and the Italian stallion from midfield. He had so many goal contributions throughout Season 2, and he's the captain as well. Our number 6 gets a goal at the San Siro, of course, in the homeland, and João Felix pretty much made that goal. He laid it off, and then a devastating finish from Sandro Tonali. Odegaard lays it off. Emerson, the makeshift left back, and Mason Greenwood again. I was expecting him to score some goals with his left or right, but no, it's 2 headers from the number 26, and the Red Devil fires his second in the final. He is absolutely clinical in front of net, and it's a lethal connection. Mason Greenwood just loves getting in amongst the goals, and he's at it again with the third. And I want to put this game beyond doubt. The future stars are running rampant here at the San Siro. Emerson keeping Messi in his pocket. You love to see it, really. And now it's over to Martinelli again. Can he find the ball into the middle? A low cross. Why did Rodrigo jump over it? All he needed was a foot to that. Titi can't clear away, and João Felix has a go. Crossed inside. Rodrigo does find João Felix, and that is a simple goal. It wasn't a header from a corner, but we're 4-0 up now, and we are running away with it. João Felix, he got an assist with the second goal, and now he gets his shot. He gets his chance, and finally finds the back of the net. 4-0. I have no idea what happened here. It was a failed clearance, a failed header, and he just got a foot to it above ter Stegen, and he fires it into the top corner. Bit of an unorthodox finish, but it worked in the end. And again, we're just having fun out there. The future stars are just relishing in the limelight. Now Odegaard, the Norwegian, has a strike, and that could have been the 5th as well. He's a bit angry with himself. And the Brazilian will fire inside, and at the back post is Mason Greenwood with a hat-trick of headers. Are you kidding me? The number 26 just knows how to put them into the back of the net, and he is making this San Siro turf his own. In the final, they're not bottling it. The future stars are playing like they've played in the game for over 20 years. However, this is just the start of their careers, and it's a successful cross-in, an unmarked Mason Greenwood, and ter Stegen had no chance. 5 goals to the good. Here we go, Griezmann. Barcelona making their way back into the middle, but Meret, first call into action. He saves it from Messi. Back in Martinelli, who's been quiet tonight. He's been outshone by his compatriots. However, now João Felix sees Odegaard in the middle. Will he give it through? It will be the Norwegian. And I mean, that is just simply world class. Martin Odegaard, who's deserved one all night, gets our 6th in the 75th minute. Him and Tonali have just been running the place so far. And there is another one to add to the collection tonight. Felix with another assist, who's been creating, scoring, doing everything up top. And then Odegaard with a finish to break the back of the net. And that has been that. It was a Future Stars masterclass here at the San Siro. In the Champions League final, there was no competition. Barcelona just lay down, they let us attack, and that has been an absolutely enthralling match there. 6 goals to the good. If that isn't any reason to try out the Future Stars either in Ultimate Team or Career Mode, I don't know what will. That has been it for the video. If you did go on to enjoy the Ultimate Team promo Career Mode crossover with the Future Stars Team 1, keep in mind there is a second team coming out. Make sure to smack that like button down below, hit subscribe, turn on those notifications. We're getting so close to 50,000 subscribers. Follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description, and also comment down below whether there are ideas you want to see or who are your favorite Future Stars. I've been BCHD, of course. Hopefully you did enjoy, and I'll catch you all in the very next video. In the meantime, here are the Future Stars celebrations.